Hello, so I have the Bosch 18-volt table saw. It's great, and to go with it I've got this stand, also really good. The only problem with it is the wings only extend so far so you can set it up for repeated cuts. Now, I'm going to build myself a new workshop and I need to cut some long lengths that I want to cut all the same. So I really want more capacity, and I'm going to make something to do that. What I've got is some 12mm ply because I want to keep the weight down. So I can measure the base of the saw, about 30 centimetres, and now I can use the track saw and get some strips cut. So I now need to work out how tall kind of the wings of the saw are. I can measure that, and then I can rip some strips to that minus the thickness of the plywood. I'm going to use the table saw to make the rips. So one of those wider strips of wood is going to be the new base, and I want it to hang over either end. Now the bit of wood needs to not interfere when I move the saw over, but if I extend these little wings, that would give me enough clearance. So I'm just going to measure the bit how long I need it and then get it cut to length on the mitre saw. So I've got this base bit which the saw is going to sit on, and then either end one of these platforms to extend it. These though need lifting up to the height of the bed of the saw. So that's where those thin strips I've got come in, so I need to cut some down to lift this up. What I could really use to do that is a decent mitre saw station, but never mind. So I've given all the edges a sand, but it's far too cold out there for the glue to dry, so I'm going to go into the relative warmth of the house to finish it off. So it's slightly warmer in here. Now, I used 12mm ply, as I said, to keep the weight down. The trouble with that is, though, it's a bit thin to try and get screws in without splitting it. So what I'm going to do is get some glue on, spread out, and then use the nail gun to get it attached together. Got both the boxes done. Now they need attaching to this base, so I'm going to get them put into place and then mark out where this bit needs to go so I can nail in from the underside. Right, so I've got the bit for the saw to go on together. Now I need to get the side wing put together in exactly the same way. So I've got the really long extension put together, but I had enough wood left over that I could make a shorter one as well, which I think actually will get most of the use, but the long one is needed for the workshop build. So now I need a way of attaching these extension wings to the bit that's got the mitre saw on, and what I've got is some of these flush mount plates. I got these I think years ago from Toolstation. They're extremely cheap. Now, I got the idea for doing this from Carpenter 13. I'll put a link to his Instagram down below, and he does a much better job explaining it, and his is much more fancy than mine. So now I can just get marked out where these plates need to go and get them screwed on. Now I need to get the saw attached, so I can just mark out where the holes need to go, get them drilled, get the saw bolted on, then do exactly the same for the bits to attach it to the stand. So now the saw should fit on the stand just like it did before. Now I'm going to start with the shorter extension wing, so that just gets slid into place. It now needs levelling and supporting, so I'm going to get a straight edge on, and then I can lift it up and use the support of the stand to get it level. So we've jumped about a week into the future now, because I was waiting on a part to turn up to get the longer wing installed, because it will need more support than just this stand. Now you could cut a simple bit of wood and put it under it, that would work, but if you've got uneven floor, and actually it turns out now I have, because in the meantime I've started work on the workshop build, then an adjustable support I think would be more useful. So now I can get this installed and levelled. So that prop turned up just in time for the workshop build, and you'll see more on that next week. I'll put a link to the prop down below. So thanks for watching. Thanks to my patrons, and please subscribe for more videos.